today's video, I'm going to show you how I made this picture look much better in Photoshop from this to this. My name is Akodidia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're looking forward to learning a thing or two on how to quickly enhance your pictures in Photoshop without the use of AI, then stick and stay to the end. This video is purposely made for you. Alright, so first off, we're going to locate the folder where we have our image in. And then we're going to drag and then drop it into Photoshop. So in this case, we have our folder over here and we have our image over here. You can see the preview over here. So we're going to just drag it like this and then drop it up in Photoshop. Yeah, so the image is a raw file. So once you drop it in Photoshop, it's going to open up Camera Raw plugin in Photoshop for you. And here you can choose to do some minor adjustments over here. I'm going to increase the exposure a little bit. Then I'm going to decrease the shadows. So let me increase it a little bit. Let me lighten it up a little bit. And then decrease, I'll play around with the whites. And then the blacks. I think it's okay. So, and then the vibrance, let me just increase it a little bit like this. I think it's okay. We can play around with this histogram over here as well too. Alright, so I think this is better. It's better. I'm zooming and check the imperfections in the image. Alright, so I think this is okay for me. So I'm going to press open image and it's going to load up into Photoshop. That's when I'm going to start stereo editing. Alright, so yeah, we have it here like this. So I'm going to zoom it in and then check once again the places that I'm going to edit on the image. So we have some pimples on the face over here. I'm going to note all those stuff. And then the hair is also not balanced. So I'm going to like to make this look much equal or much circular. So I'm going to edit this side as well. Then let me zoom out a little bit and see. Yeah, so I said I think that is okay. And then the background also, I'm going to work on the background. Just do some minor editing over here. So now let's start. So I'm going to first press Ctrl and J to duplicate our image. And I'm going to zoom into her face. And I'm going to pick the spot healing brush tool like this. And I'm just going to press the close and open bracket key to increase or decrease the brush size. And I'm going to just brush on it like this to remove the pimples from my face. Same applies to the side and to the side as well. So you're going to do this to all the sides of a face that you don't want. Let me speed up this side so that the video won't be too long for you. Yeah, I think that is looking much better. Let me zoom into her chest as well. Yeah, there's not so much I can do over here for now. So I think that is okay to prep our image and then we start editing. Remove this side too. Okay, now let's move to the background. I'm going to try and then just level it out a bit, smoothing it out a little bit. So I'm going to long press this and then select the patch tool. Then just circle, drag it to the side where you feel is better, like that. So you're going to continue this to the whole background and make sure everything is smooth just as you want it. Alright, so our image is looking perfect. The background is a little bit clean, but let me add a little bit more to it. So I'm gonna come to the brush tool, long press, and then select the mixture brush tool. I'm gonna increase the size like this, and then zoom out the image a little bit more. Then I'm gonna just brush to smoothen it out a little bit more for now. Alright, so I think that is okay for me. I'm going to select this rectangular marquee tool and then select the top side. Control T to transform. I'm just going to pull the side up. Yeah, so I think it's looking okay for me for now. So that I'm going to go back to the selection to Control 0 to fit to screen. And then I'm going to move on to the next step. So the next step is going to be the frequency separation. Or before that, let me just work on the hair and make sure everything is looking fine. Yeah, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to change this, right click, and then change it to smart object. Or let me just duplicate it. Yeah, and I'm going to change this to a smart object. Right click and then convert to smart object. And I'm going to come here to filter and I'm going to move to liquify. I'm going to select liquify. Yes, so in the liquify, I'm going to pull it down like this, increase the brush a bit, and then just make sure I level it. I level the images. I level the hair just to make it more rounded. Yeah. And make it a little bit bigger. Zoom out and see. Okay, yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Let me make it a little bit more bigger. Yeah, I think the hair is looking pretty good for now. So I'm just gonna go here and then select OK. Voila. So Control 0 to fit the screen. Yeah, I think this is looking good. I could do more to it, but let me just keep it like this for now. I'm gonna come back to it later. Yeah, just checking to make sure everything is looking good. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to move to now doing my frequency separation. I'm going to play the action and I'm going to continue. If you want to get the actions, you can download it. I'm going to leave the link in the description box below. You can check it out and then download it. Or if you want to create it, you want to create one yourself as well. I'm going to link a video to it on the screen right now so you can check it out. You can create your own thing and then play along with it. So after this, I'm going to merge all the images together, all the layers together into one layer. So I'm going to press the first one and I'm going to hold shift and then press the background layer and then just come here to merge layers, and everything is going to be merged into one layer for me like that. And zoom in and check it out a little bit more and then zoom out, and I'm going to come to my actions, press it like this. If you want my actions, I'm going to leave the link in the description down below so you can check it out. You can download it and check it out. And if you want to create one for yourself as well, I'm going to link the video on one side of the screen, top side of the screen, and then you can check it out and then create one for yourself. Yes, and then play around with it anyhow you want. All right, so I'm gonna press the ED frequency separation like this, and it's gonna play out the action for me. Yes, so we have our action over here. So yeah, I'm going to select the color layer and then I'm going to zoom in. Yeah, There are many ways I do my frequency separation, but in this case, I'm going to use the lasso tool technique. So I'm going to select like this. I'm going to just zoom in and then just circle out the place where I want to smooth or retouch. And I'm going to come to filter. I'm going to move to blur and then Gaussian blur. And I'm going to set my Gaussian blur to, let's say, 6 is looking good, 10 is looking good. I'm going to set it around 8. Yeah, 8.0 is okay for me, so I'm going to press OK. And I'm going to do this to all the sides of the face, all the parts of the face, like that, just to smoothen or make her face look more softer. So I'm going to come here to the filter. I'm going to increase the feather. I'm gonna just, I think 4.1 is okay for me. So yeah, I'm gonna circle or select the area again like that, and I'm gonna right click and then Gaussian blur. I set the Gaussian blur already like we did before. So like this, and then repeats this process to all the sides of her face and her skin, just to get her skin looking more softer and more smoother. So like that and like this. Yeah, let's check the before and after. So this is the before and then this is the after, as you can see. I don't know if you can see it, but there is some changes. Yes, so I think that is looking nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and then do everything to the face. I'm gonna speed the side up a little bit. Alright, so now I'm gonna switch up. I'm gonna switch it up to the mixer brush too. So I'm gonna take this one. Let me make sure this is on. This is set to custom. And then yeah, let's go. Let's zoom in. And then zoom out a little bit. And I'm just gonna brush. Just make it more smoother with the mixture brush. When you're using the mixture brush, you have more control on how smooth or the areas where you want to smoothen it up, and you're able to sculpt the face to how you want it as well. But mind you, if you're not that good in sculpting the face or doing this manually with the mixer brush too, I would suggest you use the Gaussian blur to do it, because that one also gives you some great effects that you're gonna love. As you do it, you gotta be checking the before and after, just so that you don't overdo it, because when you don't take it, you get a little bit carried out. you get a little bit carried away and you end up doing crazy stuff to your image. So just to remind you, check the before and after. I think it's okay. I overdid this side, but I'm just trying to maintain it. Zoom out and check how our image is looking. It's looking quite good. So we're gonna come here and then smoothen it out more. Yeah, our hair tie is looking smooth and better than before. So let's check the before and after. So this is the before and this is the after. Now let's check her face as well. This is the before and this is the after. So yeah, everything is looking better than before. So let me zoom out. Let's check and see if we can smoothen out some parts of her outfit as well. So we're gonna do this just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit, just little, like that. Okay. So if you've learned anything so far, kindly hit the subscribe button to subscribe, and don't forget to like this video as well to support me. Yeah, I think that is okay. Now let's zoom into the mouth and then let's just enhance the mouth a little bit more. So we're gonna use the same process. So we're just gonna now let's zoom out. Yeah. Oh, it's looking nice, better than before. So I'm gonna keep it like that. Let's try and yeah. So we're done with smoothing the skin with the hair. Now let's go to the background. So we're gonna with a mixer brush tool still selected. I'm gonna just brush the background just to soften it a little bit more. Some people think it's difficult, but once you do it for so long, you become used to it, and it becomes more fun to do. Apparently, I enjoy doing this a lot because when you transform the image and then your image is looking nice at the end, it kind of feels good. It doesn't kind of feel good, it actually feels very good. Yeah, gone were the days when we didn't actually know how to do it. Even now, we're still learning. I am still learning. Yeah. So what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna zoom into her eyes, and as you can see, her eyes is a little bit, it's looking kind of yellowish. So we're gonna try to whiten the eyes up a little bit. So we're gonna go to the action. Again, I have this action. I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna leave the link in the description below. You can check it out. All right, so I'm gonna just click on a white eye, teeth and eye whitening, and it's gonna load it up like this for me. So I'm gonna use the brush tool, and then let me open this up. There's one setting that I normally love to add to it. So I'm gonna go to the adjustment layers and I'm gonna select curve, and I'm gonna increase it a little bit, or I can just go to normal and then choose screen like this. So then I'm gonna come here to the adjustments, sorry, to the layer mask with the brush selected, and then the foreground sets to white. Let me increase the size a little bit. What's happening? Yeah, I'm gonna brush over the eyes like that. I think the effect is too much, so I'm gonna decrease the opacity, and I'm gonna brush over again. Just like that. As you can see, the eyes is looking much whiter and much brighter. switch into black. White again. By pressing X is going to switch to either black or white. White means reveal, and then black means hide. So the parts that you want to hide, you're going to switch it to black, and then the parts that you want to show, you're going to switch it to white. So the eyes is looking white. Let me zoom out, and I think it's looking kind of weird. So what we're going to do is we're going to come here to the folder, and we're going to decrease the opacity like that, just to the point when the eyes is looking more natural. You don't want anything looking more like an alien or something. It won't look that good. So increase it a little bit, decrease just to get the eye looking more white than before. So this is the before and this is the after. I think it's okay, so we're gonna stick to that. So our image is looking much better than before. Let's just check the before and after. So this is the before and this is the after. Let me zoom out. This is the before and this is the after. So as you can see, our image is looking much better compared to when we started. So yeah. What we're going to do next is we're going to do some dodging and burning. Yeah. So what I normally do for my dodging and burning is I go to new adjustment layer, then I select the curves layer, then I change it to luminosity. I'm going to increase it a little bit like this. Yes, and I'm going to click on the layer mask and then press Ctrl and I to invert. What I do next is I double click and then I go to the blend F. No, sorry, before that, let me just change this back to how it was before. Let me invert the layer mask back to how it was before. So it's going to be like this. I'm going to double click to switch to the blend F, and then I'm going to increase or like push the slider a little bit forward like this to the part where I see the effect showing at the highlights. So then I'm going to press and hold Alt and then click to divide, and I'm going to pull it back like that. So I'm adding more shine to the highlights. That's exactly what I'm doing over here. And I'm going to pull this back a little bit like this to just play around and see how it is. Yeah. I think I like the way it's looking. So let me click on OK and then zoom out like that. Alright, so what I do next is I'm going to come here and I'm going to click, I'm going to hold Control and then I to invert, and then I'm going to select the brush tool and increase the brush size a little bit like that. I'm going to set the opacity to 100, then I'm going to zoom into her face and I'm just going to brush with white color as the foreground color. So I'm going to brush over her face and the parts that I want the effects to show at on her chest, basically her skin. Yeah. And then her thighs. Zoom out. Let's check the before and after. This is the before and this is the after. As you can see, the highlights are beautifully highlighted. Yeah, that's how I want my images to look. Alright, so to add a little bit more to this, what I do is I come here and then select the selective color, and I'm going to change the colors over here to white. And I'm just going to drag it back like this. It adds a little bit more punch or more highlights to the image. I'm going to zoom it in a little bit more, and I'm going to check the before and after. This is the before. I'm not sure you can see the effects too much, but let me just bring it back more. Yeah, so it just adds a little bit more of the effects on it that I like. So I'm gonna duplicate this layer mask over here by holding Alt and then dragging and dropping onto, and then select replace. That way the effect is just gonna affect just the highlighted part. My neighbors' kids are around and they're making some crazy noises. They're playing, so they're making noises. I'm so sorry for that. So now we're gonna proceed to color grade our image. Alright, but before that, I'm gonna manipulate the background a little bit. So what I do is I'm gonna select the background layer like this. I'm gonna move to select, and I'm gonna come to select subjects. It's gonna create a cutout of my subject for me. Yeah, so then I'm gonna select and then create an adjustment layer like that with the curves just to keep the cutout over here. I could choose to save it or whatever, but I love to do it like this for convenience sake. And I'm gonna come and then move to, I wanna import some backgrounds to it. Okay, I normally love this background, so I'm gonna drag and then just drop it into Photoshop. I'm gonna scale it up a little bit more like that. Select OK. Then I'm gonna come here to the layer and then just drag. Before that, I'm gonna invert the layer like that, the layer mask, then hold Alt and then just make a copy onto the image like this. So then what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna change the blend mode to multiply, or let's play around with the blend modes and see which one works best for the image. Okay, let's give it to normal for now, and let's just decrease the opacity like so. I don't know if you could see this, but I think I like the effects creating on the image in the background. Yeah, I kind of like this. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to fine tune the selection a little bit more. I'm going to select the brush tool, and with the layer mask selected, I'm going to zoom in to the parts that I want to fine tune. I'm going to zoom out, decrease the brush size. Then I'm going to just brush the size that's wearing selected. Yeah. It was kind of weird, but yeah, you can take your time and then make sure everything is looking great. By the sake of the tutorial, I just want to just I hope you get the idea. So that's just it. Let me just get that. Yeah, let's decrease the opacity a little bit more. Alright, I think that's okay. It's looking cool for me. Yeah, let me fix the hair a little bit more. It's not that visible, but I always love my works to be on point. Yeah. Let me fix the background into the hair. Alright, so I think that is looking much better. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna delete this caps layer that we created over here. So we're gonna select the background layer. So now we're gonna color grade our image. Right, another fun part, one of the parts that I really love to do when I'm editing. So I'm going to use the selective color. So we're going to target our skins first. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the reds. The skin color or the skin tones are mostly based in the reds and then the yellows. So first and foremost, she has a dark skin, melanin kind of skin tone. So we're going to play around with the reds over here to get a good color for her skin. So let me just drag it back. And she's looking kind of light. Just play around with the sliders to get the perfect tone, the perfect skin tone that you want. So let's check the before and after. So that's the before and that is the after. Let's play around with it a little bit more. Yeah, another side that also affects the skin is the neutrals. So we're gonna move to the neutrals, and then it's kind of affects the whole image, but yet still we're gonna be subtle about it. Alright, so with that done, we're gonna move to the background. The background is green, so we're gonna select the greens. Let's just drag it back and forth and see what we can get. This is looking cool. Alright, so now let's move to the cyans as well, because I could feel some cyans in the background. Let me zoom into the image and see. Let's check the before and after. So this is the before and this is the after. Alright, so our image is looking it's looking okay. So let's go to the blacks and then let's just add a little bit of I normally love to add blues to my dark or the shadows in my images. So then double click and then with the black selected we're gonna move this and then this, add the blues to it like this, depending on how you like it. So so I'm going to improve the whites as well. I'm going to add a little bit more of lights to it, and let me see, play around. And then the next thing is I'm going to use the hue and saturation. I'm going to select like this. I'm going to use the color picker to select the color I want. So I selected the background and then I'm going to play around with it just to get the color looking more vivid. Alright, then I'm going to create another hue and saturation adjustment layer. Then this time around I'm going to select her skin. Yeah, and I'm going to just play around with that as well, just to get her skin popping. And just keep this at 0. Pop a little bit more. Let me select her lips. Okay, that's gonna be for another side. So I'm gonna create another selective color. I'm going to focus this on her lips alone. So see what I'm getting. Yeah. As you can see, this is affecting her whole skin. So what we're going to do is we're going to press Ctrl and I to invert that, and then we're going to brush it only on her lips like that. So with white selected, we're going to brush this only on her lips like this. So therefore this effect is only showing on her lips. And zoom out. Yeah. So this is what we have so far. If you like this tutorial, kindly hit the subscribe button to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the like button to like as well. Yeah, it helps me a lot to grow as a young or an upcoming YouTuber. So I felt the image is a little bit dark, so I'm going to use the curves adjustment layer to just brighten it up a little bit. So guys, this is what we have. So let's take a look at the before and the after. So this is the before and this is the after. This is the before and this is the after. So that is how you enhance your picture in Photoshop. Hope you like this video. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.